think this is it. Oh, I did it. I made it. I made it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to TNIAB 422 live solo. My name is Anthony. Your regular host Vince is on vacation, and it's just me. I'm so happy I got this to work. Hell yeah. Okay. I guess we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it right now. So, for today's show, we got exclusive Anthony news. We got Moses in the chat. Thank you for telling me that it's working. Whew, nervous. So we're gonna have some news. We're gonna have some obviously news picks. We're gonna have some weeks. But the thing for the weeks is I'm gonna try and live stream what I've been playing. So later on we'll get some like gameplay and talking going on. And then after that, I didn't get a question from Paul, but if you guys have any questions in the chat, we'll go through all that. So let's see if these scene transitions work. So first off, in my picks, I got something just like not even related to gaming or anything like that. So we have Harvard University has discovered a DNA switch that controls genes for whole body regeneration. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Anthony, this is like some Piccolo shit. This is some DBZ garbage. But I really hope that's what it is. So they found basically in worms that there is a section of non-coding, or what they call junk DNA, that controls the activation of a master gene called EGR. And the thing they found is that if you have EGR, nothing really, if you have it, like, it can lay dormant, it doesn't really happen, or it can go crazy like in jellyfish where they regenerate like crazy. But the thing they found is that humans also carry EGR. They produce it when cells are stressed and in need of repair. It does not seem to trigger large-scale regeneration. So just the fact that they have found this makes me think, like, yo, in like 50 years, you thought GMOs were bad. I'm going to be regenerating arms. I'm going to be like flexing like Piccolo and just go, poof, new arm. This is really cool science. I expect it to be implemented in like a lot of science fiction later on down the road, but this is just cool. This is just something I found that was cool and it was in the world. But now we're going to move on to the nerdy stuff you guys probably expect. So first off, we got Nintendo came out on their Nindy stream because it's been GDC for a while, and they are teaming up with the Crypto the Necrodancer team to make Cadence of Hyrule, Crypto the Necrodancer for Zelda, pretty much. It's super cool. I don't know if I can play any of these. I don't know how YouTube's live streaming really works and what their rules are. But it says here in the article, you're going to have 25 remix songs packed in the game. It looks like it plays like Crypto the Necrodancer. How about this? I'll just play it on mute, even though it's a music game. I just don't want to get flagged. So you're going to be walking around with Zelda and Link. And if you haven't played Crypto the Necrodancer before, you have a song going throughout the dungeon, and you have to move on beat. So if it's like it's like a 4/4, and you're going 1 1 1 1, like 1 2, and you're moving along with it, and you're doing everything along to the beat. You're doing movement, you're doing attacks, you're doing spells, you're doing everything. It's a really, really unique game idea. But I never expected them to team up with Nintendo, like an officially licensed Nintendo indie game. This is pretty cool. And it actually made me reinstall Crypto the Necrodancer. After that, we're going to move on to some anime. And One Punch Man just got a Season 2 trailer. It was no doubt that One Punch Man is going to get another season. But it's cool to finally see it. My favorite thing about this announcement is right here. My man's face right here is Garo, who in the manga is the hero killer. He basically wants to become a monster himself, and he's easily one of the most interesting characters in the whole series, at least right now. Because right now, the only reason I still read it is because of just the art is amazing, done by the iShield 21 artist, but also just powers. This whole show is like the back end of Bleach, where all they really cared about was just powers. But they're interesting, and it's not some bullshit like anything I imagine can come to reality. Oh, but I still lose. Oh shit. The other thing is that you get some other characters in here. Let's see if we're gonna learn more about the Hero Association. I believe this guy was the president of it, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a while. We got some old favorites back. We get to see some professors. Obviously, our favorite bald-headed hero is here. Another interesting character, though, is the Ice Queen. I don't remember if she was in season 1 or not, but she becomes a really good like comic relief character. I know it's this whole thing is a comedy, but she becomes a really good comic relief character, the sister to the S-tier psychic girl. It's just cool. I'm just excited for One Punch Man. I'm sure you guys are too, so I want to just point that out. Next up, we got Stranger Things season 3. I think this dropped like today, coming out July 4th. This trailer kind of goes through a whole bunch of stuff. It starts off and they're having like a birthday party. The main thing is that it seems like they're trying to show like that they're growing up, right? They're not kids anymore. This whole thing is still happening in the background with like these Eldritch horror type monsters, but it's kind of showing the shift of the friendship. It's like some people have girlfriends, some people don't want to like play with toys and play D&D in the basement anymore. This season is really seeming like a coming of age type story, which is I don't know how they're gonna weave that in with Eldritch horror without it being super campy, but we'll see. Stranger Things I thought was amazing when it came out for the first season, and I've slowly just been caring less and less and less. I don't know why. I think it's just me and TV shows, as you guys probably know, like don't really go together. I don't watch a lot of TV, so it's probably why. Back to video games though. Ocarina of Time is now playable in co-op. I don't know why someone thought this would be a good idea, but OOT Online is a fan mod. Maybe I could probably play sounds for this one. But if you've ever wanted to play a single player game with more than one person, you now can. I don't know why you would want. It looks like they're using the 3DS models or just really up-res versions of the Nintendo 64 because the game looks really nice. But it shows here that you can be in separate rooms in a dungeon at once. Later on, oh, you just want to hang around Hyrule Field, go for it. But you can be in completely separate part of the maps. So while Link 1 is trying to break into the castle and see Zelda for the first time, I don't know, Link 2 is just chilling in a graveyard, I guess. I don't know what reason you would ever want to play Zelda Ocarina of Time online for, but it is a cool mod. And the only thing I can think of coming out that would be really cool is like co-op speedruns. I want to see what people can do in terms of beating the game as quick as possible with 2 players. Now that you can split time, especially making things like 100% runs where you got to make the big Goron sword, just make that insanely easy because you can just have an item run and then while your other person's just waiting at the next thing, you can like cut the time in half, if not more. So this looks cool. I definitely want to try it, but I don't know why you would make it. It's just cool. That's it. It's just cool. Another one is Capcom's COO on Monster Hunter. Silicon Air is reporting this, and the importance of the PC platform, which I think everyone knows that Japan doesn't really get online, and they don't really get PC. They're mainly console focused people, and if it's PC, it's secondhand. Like, we're gonna come out with Bayonetta a whole handful of years later on the PC so you can play it. But here, the COO, hold on, Haruhiro Sugimoto, okay, I did that pretty easily, says to the Nikkei, which is like the Japanese, I don't know, Bloomberg, right? It's just all finance. It's a pretty important news outlet. So they're saying here that when it released on PC, it being Monster Hunter, on August 10th, it sold more than we expected, and up until now, Capcom has been in the business as makers of console games, and PC versions were always secondary. However, after seeing the sales this time around, it made me think that we could just change the way we recognize PC as a platform, which is great news for people who are playing Monster Hunter on PC, because they're getting all of the DLC at a lagged time. It's not really something they think about as firsthand. Like, everything's being released on on console like months in advance. But it's nice to see that they're finally talking about using the PC platform, right? It's not a non-insignificant amount of people play on PC, and I know a lot of my friends just were super excited when World came out on PC, because they don't own consoles. They bought their big ass PC, kind of like I did, and they didn't want to buy consoles anymore. So obviously, the more areas you can put the game in, the better. I think the next step I would like to see is just like full cross-platform servers. I know PlayStation doesn't really like playing ball with that kind of stuff, but if maybe Capcom had their own servers, they could work around PSN. But I think at that point, you'd be paying for a Monster Hunter subscription, which I'd do it. But I don't think 10 million, 12 million worldwide shipments and digital sales that people did, I don't think they'd be down for that. I'm sure a very small number of people are willing to pay for a monthly Monster Hunter. Next up, back to non-games, we have James Gunn. So there's two news stories involving James Gunn. One is that he is directing Suicide Squad the movie, and the thing is, it's not Suicide Squad 2. It's a complete reboot, because that movie was a hot dumpster fire. Was it Will Smith? Will Smith left it, and the fact that they're calling this a total reboot just screams to me that DC knows what they did wrong, and hopefully they can fix it. James Gunn, obviously Guardians of the Galaxy director, it's probably good hands to put this in, because Suicide Squad is more of the comedic, I would say, section of the DC lineup, even though it can get pretty dark. I remember reading like New 52 when it first came out, and Suicide Squad does some pretty savage shit, but obviously James Gunn is the person you want handling that kind of stuff. And the other thing is with James Gunn is that he was recently reinstated for Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy. So this kind of like this kind of goes back to a question we got from a listener last week, where we're talking about like PC culture, being outraged, stuff like that. And I find it kind of crazy, or at least not, maybe crazy is a wrong word, but dishonest maybe from Marvel and Disney to kind of backpedal on their decision, because they made it seem like it's such a big deal. Like, James Gunn had these old tweets, like they're heinous, like we don't want people working for this and all blah blah blah. And then when they couldn't find another director to make the movie, it really shows like, hey, at the end of the day, money matters. Sure, we fired him for a bit so that he can, or we can appease the masses or the current outrage right now. But at the end of the day, you got to make those dollars, I guess. I think also some other people who were offered the spot of directing, I don't remember who it was. One of them might have been the Scott Pilgrim director, but I forget his name. But they said that out of solidarity that they wouldn't actually direct the movie. So it's like, it's not like they didn't try to find new people. They just couldn't find anyone willing, I guess, or to with the same skill level as James Gunn. So I think that's kind of a cool story, but also just remember that corporations never have your back. As much as it seems like they're listening to you, it's the dollar that matters. And even if you were the type of person to want James Gunn gone, they were just doing that to appease you. At the end of the day, he's back. They're going to make hand over fist money on Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's all they care about. Ooh, I have this one up twice. I have that one up twice again. But I think the biggest news this week at a GDC is Google's new, I guess it's not even a console, Google's new gaming platform, the Google Stadia. Stadia, obviously, Stadium. But it's not a console. It is a streaming service. People have tried this before. I think PlayStation Now is the current one for Sony. There's even other stuff. Was it Battlefield Heroes was an in-browser video game? What else was there? Quake Live you could play in Firefly. I remember being in college. Moses says here that Taika Waititi, I think, was lined up to direct. Okay. Taika Waititi. I've heard that name before. I just gotta Google it. On the fly fact checking. Filmmaker, actor, Boy of the Hunt. Huh. I did not know that he was up for making Guardians of the Galaxy. What has he done here? Actor. I want to see what he's been the director in. Nothing. Oh, Thor Ragnarok. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense that he would do that. Yeah. Okay, well, James Gunn is back. Why take the right? Even though Thor Ragnarok people absolutely loved, I guess why take the risk on a new director when you can just go with the person who directed all the other ones and it's already a success, right? But back to the Google Stadia. This is a streaming platform. It's not a console. You do have a controller. So this is the Stadia controller. I don't know. Every time I look at controllers, I always think they look like ass. Like, I think the first time I looked at the PS4 controller, I thought it looked like ass. But this is super comfy. So by all means, like, this could be the best controller I've ever held in my life. But the thing with this controller is that it hooks up via Wi-Fi to your internet connection. And from there, you can link it to devices. So your TV, Chromecast, your PC, whatever. And you can play retail games over your internet. So they've been saying that you need a certain type of I believe it's 15 megabits per second to play at 1080p or to download. They also want to keep going up to, 1080p gameplay, 60 frames is for users with 25 megabit per second connections, which is pretty fast. But the thing here, the one quote is kind of nuts, that they expect to deliver 4K 60 frames per second at the same megabits per second connection. I don't know how they're going to do that because 4K files are massive and streaming 4K stuff is no joke. Said as someone who accidentally 1 month streamed a 4K video on YouTube on my phone and immediately fucked up my data cap. I don't know what I was expecting. Like, it's Google. I didn't think they were going to make a box. And when I see this now, like, streaming is the obvious answer for these people. why use all your data centers, or why use all your resources to make a box that people will get in their house when you have all those data centers and you can just help them stream it, right? This is something I expect to be maybe more popular once 5G networks are a thing, or just having fiber optic internet everywhere. Like at least I know in Canada, getting fiber optic, you'd have to be in a relatively new neighborhood, or you have to be living in a booming city like Toronto in order to get like super fast internet. But I think the weirdest thing was about this whole conference is that they didn't, it didn't feel like a game conference. Like, it's obviously not a gaming console, but it's still a gaming platform, and they treated it more like like a phone, I would say, or maybe like they're talking about just like hot new wireless technology. It obviously shows that Google is not in the game sphere, even hiring Jade Raymond as, I think it's their VP of the gaming section. They're still a technology company first and foremost. Though with Google at the forefront now of game streaming, I can definitely see game streaming becoming bigger. And why wouldn't it? Even though I'm a stickler, like I want that physical copy. Like here, I'm looking at boxed copies of Golden Sun right now. I want to be able to keep the things I buy. I want to be able to have the games that I've played when I was younger. Bad, good. I want to hold that stuff. I want to feel it. I want to be able to go back to it 20 years from now and not worry that your streaming service took the game down, right? But I don't know if this isn't for me. Like, Google Stadia isn't for me. I already own all the things that allow me to play video games. But what excites me about Google Stadia is the future of it. Because again, now that you have the biggest company in the world, or maybe second biggest, I don't know who's bigger, Apple or Google, like in the video game space, like what's next? Streaming is something that can't be ignored anymore, unless it just becomes the Ouya and the controller's out for a little bit and then they just throw it to the wayside, or a Steam box, something like that. But really, it's an interesting move by Google. I really expected them to just come out with a box and play it safe, but no, they're going straight for the streaming demographic, which is cool. It's exciting because no one else is really doing it. Like, again, PlayStation has their streaming service. I believe Xbox also has theirs, but it's always in the background. Now that a company has this at the forefront of as their main focus, it's pretty exciting. I want to see where games go from here, and like what options games can have now that you're streaming it. I think the one cool one is I believe it was Queued Play, or I forget the name of the actual mode. But one of the things they said with streaming is that now, say you're watching a Let's Play, say you're watching somebody play a video game, you'll be able to queue up and then take over the stream, or be able to pick up that person's exact save file from where you want and then play what they're playing. It kind of adds another layer of interactivity between streamer and user, which it's a little creepy. I don't know. But also, it's cool. See, this is the thing. It's new ideas. Even though I'm unsure on this stuff, I'm just excited for new ideas. I really wish Vince was here so that he could weigh in on it, because he's all about that all digital future. He wants no boxes, and I think he might have a more positive outlook on this. But I'm really, really excited for where Stadia technology can go in the future in terms of games. So right now, that's all of my picks. I think we'll move on, unless anybody in the chat wants to comment on it. I think I'm gonna move over to what I've been doing in my week, and what I've been doing in my week is games. So I'm gonna have to switch over to switch that. I'm going to switch over this scene. So first up, I've been playing Resident Evil 2 again. It's okay, network connection. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So the first thing I've been doing is Resident Evil 2. And I think I mentioned it a while ago, maybe like 2 weeks. But this game is A, super cool, and B, very scary. I forgot exactly where I needed to go. But right now it takes place just in the police station. It says here I got some stuff in the goddess statue, in the main hall, weapons locker. I got a lot of stuff that's locked. But the thing I really like about it is it kind of plays like Resident Evil 4, just better. Everything about this game is just fucking scary. So this is a new mechanic, even though I'm just looking at a window. So these boards weren't here before, but you can board up windows so that the next time you come back, zombies can't break through. It's just like, haha, you fucking suck. Get out of here. So you can board up windows. You can get in, if I can get into a fight with a zombie, I kind of want to show you. Do I have a knife, first of all, is the real question. I do have one. Is this guy dead? Yes. Steam valve. You're still solving puzzles. You're still combining items. But it's just at a way higher fidelity. Oh, that guy's not dead. That guy's alive. Or okay, he's dead. All right, tricked me. It's just at a way higher fidelity. Give me this. Oh crap, pills, gunpowder. But they found out a way to make the old formula super fresh. That guy got murdered. Oh shit.
The hell is that?
That is not cool. This is the first time I've encountered a licker. That was fucking disgusting. I don't know if I should shoot it. My knife is no bueno. I only have one gun. I know these things are really strong. So I'm going to slowly but surely walk in here. Because I don't want to deal with that. Gunpowder, herbs, flashbang. I don't have enough. It's just such a classic Resident Evil feel. I need a USB dongle, wow. Just like real life. Oh crap, what was this? These are... I don't have the grenade launcher yet. And they kind of they do a good job at teasing you with things to come. So you find a lot of like flame rounds or flash rounds and stuff like that. But they're obviously for the grenade launcher, which I don't have. Is he gone? Did he leave? Oh, he's gone. Hell yeah. So the thing I read earlier in a tooltip is that the lickers exist, but they're deaf. Or sorry, they're blind. So as long as you don't... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. As long as you don't make too loud of a noise, you're kind of good. I don't know how I'm going to sneak around this guy. No, no, no. Can I throw anything? I don't want to waste that. Alright, let's just try it here. I'll get into a fight, I'll get hit, and then we can do... I can show you the knife situation. if I die. Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh my shit. So, okay, here's the nice situation. So if a guy gets on you, he will do just automatic damage, but you can put your knife inside the enemy. When that happens, though, you lose your knife. As you can see, it's gone from my inventory. And the only way to get it back is to kill said enemy. But I don't think I have enough bullets. I think I'm just going to die here. Yeah, it's over. Run! I'm done, Zo. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Run, run, run. And they still really limit your... Is this... Can I use this? No. They still really limit your... Yes. Yes, unlock, unlock, unlock. Ugh. Can you come through the door? Am I safe? AI pathing. You're still really... You're still really limited on the types of ammo you get, so you really gotta think about your loadout and stuff like that. But Officer's Notebook had... What is this one? A lion? This one is a unicorn. So the Officer's Notebook had... Unicorn is... Broken in half thing, scorpion... I don't know what that is. Broken in half thing, scorpion... Maybe this one? There it is. Different loadouts, stuff like that. But... Oh. The other thing is that eventually everything loops around on each other. So I started out over here, was in the office, came out, there's a liquor in here, but now I loop back around into the library, which can also take me into the main hall, which I can go this way and do stuff. Crank handle slot. And find different items. Everything is linked together in really clever ways, and the way you navigate the level to come back to an earlier spot and unlock shortcuts pretty much is really cool. I really like it. I might play a little bit more just so you can get a feel of everything. I also don't want to lose all my progress. I guess I didn't make enough progress. I just died. I could always just chill. You okay? This is one of the officers that just kind of helped me out, but he got eaten real bad. I see he's been walking around. But you still have safe boxes, so anytime you go to a safe box, red herbs can't be used as is. Yeah, anytime you go to a safe box, you still have universal storage. So if you go to this safe box, put stuff in, it'll have the safe box on the other side, like say on the second floor, will have your same stuff. So it's a shared inventory. And then also you still have to save at typewriters only. There is a bunch of bonuses where if you beat the game under a certain amount of time, within a certain amount of saves, you get bonus items for different playthroughs. And there's also a playthrough plus, I believe, where when you play with the other characters, right now I'm playing as Claire, but you can also play as Leon, it allows you to go through Claire sections that she's unlocked for you in the previous playthrough, which I think is really cool. And then you have your bonus stuff like Tofu and Hunk side missions, but those were in the first game, so it's not really a spoiler. But this game's really good. This game's really freaky. As you could see with the liquor, like, enemies are no joke and they will kill you given the chance. So it adds that sense of tension and fear. I just kind of wish I saved on a better spot to showcase some of the graphics and the cutscenes, which are just awesome. Actually, I've never died before, so let's maybe find an enemy where I can die. And I want to see if you do anything, if anything gruesome happens or what. That is on fire because... Oh, there. Hey, what's up? Oh, it's giving like multiple instances to escape, isn't it? Oh, gruesome. So yeah, you get stuff like that. Like, they don't pull punches with the horror. They allow you to just kind of get wrecked sometimes and force you to rethink your strategy. Like, maybe I don't have to pump bullets into every single enemy, right? Because then you're left with nothing. Like, I had no items there. Other than the flashbang, I could have escaped, but I couldn't actually kill that enemy. You have to be really careful with the items you have and what they give you. But that's been Resident Evil. I'm not going to play any more of that just because at that point it'd be a Let's Play. The main thing I've been playing, though, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remaster. I'm going to put my headphones into my monitor for this so that I can hear, because I'm going to play a couple multiplayer games. But this game, I don't know if it's just nostalgia glasses, but this game is still good. This game is still good. Hey Brian, what's up? Welcome. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm just like looking at it with rose-colored glasses, if it's the fact that nobody understands that M16 red dot sight is amazing, but I'm crushing it. I'm crushing it in this game, and I'm having such a good time. I'll show you some of the things they added before we go into a multiplayer game. So first off, local LAN, so that's awesome. I think probably for me only. Like, I think I'm the only person who wants to LAN party this game. But they've added a lot of cosmetics. They have prop hunt. The hack is back. So they have rotating game modes where you get double XP, stuff like that. The main additions they have is, obviously, you could look by my character. He looks like an idiot because of some skins I got. So you get these skins from the depot. And you'll see in the top right corner, near where it says next depot credit, there's 3 currencies. The CP, I believe, is like COD points or Call of Duty points. And that's your real money. So if you go down into COD points, I can buy 200 Call of Duty points for 3 Canadian, right? Standard, free-to-play type stuff, but you have to pay for this game. The middle one is crafting points, so you won't see them here, but you can, any of the items that drop out of these loot boxes, you can get in just by crafting them, just by either getting doubles or earning crafting point. I think you can earn crafting points by leveling up. I don't remember, but the main one you can earn by leveling up is the one with the Thunderbolt, and those ones are your depot credits. So you can see here I can pay for either 200 like real money points or whatever to get this supply drop, or I can use the credits that I earn by playing the game. But the thing is every time you go up a depot credit, you get 1 credit, so it takes a long time, which is to be expected. And then sometimes they have bundles, like here for 1,000 points I can get a whole bunch of loot boxes that probably have a higher rate of legendaries and stuff like that. And then we have personalizations, so you have your calling card, you have stuff like that. And then you have emblems, tags, emblem options. You have your character. So with your character, you can unlock different just models, face paints. And the rarer they are, obviously the harder they are to get. But as you can see here, you have the crafting points. So if I really wanted, I could, and I had enough points, I could just craft whatever I wanted. You can get all kinds of different stuff. They have themed items. It's just straight up free to play customization. And then also in create a class, first off, you have 25 custom slots. I don't know why you would need that many custom slots, but you have them. The other thing is that they've added just straight up new items that didn't exist in the first one. So M14, G36C, MP44, all these things existed in the original game, but they have like the XM LAR, all these different guns where I don't know what game they're from, but they definitely weren't in the original. And it seems here that you can only get them by finishing a collection. And these collections are cosmetics. So it's almost like you're rewarded to spend money to get these items so that you can unlock better guns. I don't know how good they are. I don't know if they just completely trump the regular guns, because of really all I've been using is M16 red dot sight, because that's the way to play. But I have seen some other people use them, and they don't seem like chump guns. They seem pretty decent. So let's get into a game. We'll play standard team deathmatch. And yeah, it's, oh god, I don't want shipment. Shipment's garbage. Random. And it plays like Call of Duty, man. I play this game and I'm taken immediately back to 2007. Let's see if can I mute these people? Mute. Mute. I really don't want to play in shipment. That thing is just a death box. And the thing I think I like about this game is that there's not a lot to focus on. I think Vince said it best last week when he was like, listen, this game is complicated enough to where you feel you have a bunch of choices and depth and reasons to play multiplayer over and over again, but also it's 3 perks. You get like 1 attachment per gun. There's only a couple guns. It's simple enough to just dive right into and obviously dive back into. I think Overgrown is the giant sniper map. I don't remember. So we'll see. I'm only playing this one. Team deathmatch. Our clan is the Bon, like Bon Me, like those sandwiches. That was Vince's idea. But we'll see if I can get a helicopter this round. Because again, like in Modern Warfare 2, you could get different customizations, right? You could get the nuke. There's probably some people over here. You can get the nuke, you can get all kinds of different kill streaks. But in this one, everyone has the same one. You have a UAV at 3. You have a... Oh, there's someone. No, that's my teammate. You have a UAV at 3. You have airstrike at 5, and you have a helicopter at 7. And the only thing you can really shoot down is a helicopter. Suck it. Granada. Oh, shotgun! Wow, look at you. And it's just a classic video game. I love it. So we'll try and play some more. If you guys have any questions about it or questions about Resident Evil, let me know, and I'll try and, oh, that's a claymore, and I'll try and answer it. Oh, he's in the window. Okay. I still remember when the kill cam was so revolutionary, because it meant you couldn't camp anymore. People knew where you were coming from. Oh, I see. I'm not going in there. You guys got a shotgun still? Ooh. And of course, now that I'm streaming. Oh, this guy back here. Enemy UAV is airborne. Interesting. Oh, that is an airstrike. Fuck all that. Enemy this is where I have... I guess this doesn't... This, like, the audio version of this won't be great. Shit. Did he spawn behind me? Oh, I guess he did. Cannot get up that way. Let's try. Get around. Hey. Oh, I missed. Oh, what? Look at this guy. Damn. Overgrown is one of those maps where if you know how to quickscope, you will destroy. Oh. I'll take the loss on this one. Again? Shit, my dude. Oh, he followed me in. That's way too far. How the fuck? Instantly destroyed. Oh, we are getting just lit up. This is great. Thought he'd be hiding behind. Oh, this is over, my dude. 3 helicopters. Oh, no. So let's just close this round out. And after this, like, I've been playing some Apex. I don't know if I want to stream an Apex one. But it's pretty much been my week. 10 kill streak. Damn. I'm just camping now. Oh, don't kill me. Oh, I'm dead. Ah. Thought I could hide it out. Someone in there? I don't know what this guy's shooting at.
Enemy helicopter inbound. Enemy UAV is airborne.
Yeah, we donezo here. They need one more kill. Oh, don't be me. Don't be me. Oh, it's not me. Woo! Woo! Damn straight we did. Holy shit. But when you're not getting your ass kicked, this game is still super fun. Again, it just brings me back. But did we only have... We didn't have a lot of people. Oh, that ratio is not great. But yeah, that's pretty much been my week. I've just been playing Call of Duty. I had those sweet news stories. And I'm playing a lot of Apex. If you guys want, I can do some Apex. Like maybe a round or two. But that's it for the show right now. I don't know if you guys had any questions. If you guys had any things you wanted to throw at me. There is a little bit of a stream delay, so I might have to wait. But... How do you guys like this format? Is it something you want to see next week, or would you rather have just like a pure audio show? Like, definitely let me know. Oh, I could just kind of chill at the menu. Maybe typing it out would be easier. Maybe while I'm waiting, well, this will be the section where I'll play another game, and then I'll wait for some comments. Ooh, Winter Crash is fun. Crossfire is also pretty good. Beach Bog is also very good. Mm. I always mute people on live streams because I just don't know what they're going to say, and I don't want people to just say some wild shit. We'll try one more game, and then either way after this, I'll end the stream. And that'll be TNIAB 422 live. Hopefully we can go out on a win.
Let's do this, Marines.
Ooh, what the fuck? Yo, from downtown, that dude.
We've taken the lead.
We're all spawning in here. I like this map because I don't actually have to go anywhere. I can just camp. Oh! Get out of my way, my dude.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Oh! These guys are getting good at quick scoping. Definitely wasn't as many snipers when I played before.
Enemy UAV is airborne. We taking the lead.
Is he just down? Oh, let's go. Is there someone in the bus? That's a lot of special grenades, my dude.
We've lost the lead.
Assist. That's not what I want. I want.
Enemy UAV is
Oh! He's waiting. Oh, baby. From downtown. Oh, he's waiting for me. That guy just has my number.
enemy UAV is airborne.
I don't know where I am. Flashes last for so long.
Our UAV is online. We've lost the lead. We're about to win this one. Keep up the fire. Enemy helicopter in.
That's not good. It's the opposite of good. Some would say that is bad. Okay, well, if you guys like the format, it's pretty good. Like, I do like being able to show what I'm playing.
UAV recon standing by. Our UAV is online.
Oh, oh my God.
Our UAV is online. Airstrike standing by. Friendly airstrike on the way. Helicopter support.
A enemy helicopter needs to get out of here. There we go. That's what I need.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Give me that chopper. Give me that chopper.
Our UAV is online.
Oh, yummy. Whatever, I got my 10 kill streak. It's all that matters. It's all that matters. Ooh. Got snipped. Hey, went out on a win.
Accomplished.
So yeah, that's it, man. That's the week. Thanks to everyone for joining in. Here, let's switch back to full webcam. Yeah, thanks to everyone for joining in. Had a good time playing Call of Duty. And hopefully we'll see you next week for another edition of live streaming the podcast. It's a good time.